Welcome back to another episode of Life Lessons. I'm your boy Hota, and today we're going to be talking about coaches, pets, and building relationships. All right, where do I start? So, I'm a firm believer that you definitely should build relationships with both coaches and your teammates. But there's a huge but to that. I 100% believe your relationship with your teammates should be 10 times stronger than it is with your coach and your coaches. One, because those are the dudes you're going to be out there battling with. Those the dudes that you're going to be out there scraping, scratching, and just going to war with. Like, yeah, your coach, he out there, and your coaches are out there, they helping you in your free time. But the people that you out there fighting with, them the dudes that you need to be every day. You need to be grinding with. And so today, I'm just going to touch on and talk a little bit about the stories that I personally went through with building relationships with some of the dudes, some of the people that I'm still cool with now. And I'm going to talk about some of the relationships and non-relationships that I've built with coaches. Um, First, I want to start with the relationships. Um, I definitely think that building that relationship with your teammates is important because without your teammates, you have nothing. Uh, you could be a 40-point scorer a night, 50-point scorer a night, and I'm stretching it, but you can drop all the points you want, and that don't mean nothing if you ain't got no dudes by your side that's willing to do the little things for you. And I think some basketball players lose sight of that because it's easy to lose sight of that. Because if you come in or if you come into a team as a primary scorer, you've always been a scorer. That's what you're gonna want to do. That's what you're gonna think you can do. And if you have a coach that's gonna let you rock out, that's what he gonna want you to do. But without them teammates that can get you open, that can make it easy for you, it's gonna be hell trying to get that 30 points a night, that 40 points a night. It's gonna be chaotic. And without that right relationship built with your teammates, it's going to be some resentment on the team because just as much as you getting that shine, they going to get that shine just as much. So I definitely think that building that relationship with your teammates is very important and it's worth it because off the court, when y'all not shooting, when y'all not working out, uh, when y'all not in preseason, when it's all said and done, say y'all graduate, them are the dudes you can still reach out to. I still have well, let me stop lying. I only got two dudes that I really built strong relationships with that I can contact to this day that I played with. And that's the two dudes I call my brothers, Jaren and Bill. Like, shout out to them, man, because when I left when I left school, they still hit me up and kept in contact. When I came home from playing professionally overseas, uh, they would always hit me up. Hey man, come work out. Hey, even if you need a place to stay while you home working out, we gonna get you right. So they had my back, man. Like they didn't even make me like they didn't even charge me. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no fee I had to pay them or nothing. Like it was just straight genuine. Like yeah, bro, come work out. I'm gonna get you right. You need to be in Charlotte. You need to do this. You need to do that. Um, Jaren, he was real big at the time. I think he still is into fitness and eating right. He's giving me so many tips on you need to eat right. Driving all the way down from at the time when he lived at in Winston-Salem just to work out with me. Like that's a real brother. And I salute him for that because he didn't have to do that. Like he could have just left me high and dry, like to figure it out on my own, but he didn't. So I salute him to that. Bell, same thing. Uh, if I needed to uh, if I needed tips on being a pro, because he went pro before I did, he'd give me tips. If I needed help with an agent, he'd give me tips. If I'm overseas and I just needed like confidence or to talk about anything, like he was there to like let me know, like, hey man, like this is what you got to do. Like don't let them steer you away from it. So building those relationships with your teammates go a long way because, like I said, at the end of the day, uh, you going to war with them guys. I mean, yeah, you going to war with your coach on the side, but he ain't on the front line like your teammates is, man. And your teammates are the ones that really, really got your back if they rock with you. Like them are the dudes who gon' they gonna rock with you. Like I'm not trying to cuss right now, but them the dudes that's like, say you got you 10 points away from 1,000 points, right? Your teammates know this. Your coach know this, but your coach want things to be ran his way. Your teammates will do little things like, hey man, he need his 1,000. Like, let's make it easy for him. Instead of you out there chucking up shots, trying to get your 1,000 points, your teammates gonna do that. They gonna do that work for you. They gonna, hey, we know we run this play, but we finna run this play for you. So be ready. Down screen, back screen, even though it ain't even a play, just so you can go get that layup. They gonna do everything that they can to make sure you get that 1,000. That's if they really rock with you. Now, if they don't rock with you, you have teammates that'll do everything they can to make sure you don't get that 1,000 by not giving you the rock when you open it. You not setting the screen when you need the screen to be set. Just doing little dumb stuff like to not let you get it. But the ones that rock with you, they definitely gonna put you in position to see you succeed because when you succeed, they succeed. And I think some players don't really understand that. They don't understand that uh when one do good, we all do good. When one look good, we all look good. And that it ain't just about scoring. Like I understand that some dudes they come into college and their mindset is I'm trying to average 15, I'm trying to average 20. That's not realistic coming into college because you gotta think like this. You might have averaged 20, 25 at your high school. But like I said in the other episode, you ain't the only dog coming to this school, man. You ain't the only Division 1 player coming to this school. You ain't the only top dog. Like you average 20, 25 in your school. The next dude right there averaged 30. The next dude right there averaged 30. Like everybody was top dog on their team. So coming in thinking you're gonna average 20, 25, uh, that's not realistic. So you gotta add certain things to your game more to make your game stand out. Like I'll take me for example. Like and this ain't me being cocky. This ain't me uh trying to shoot anybody down. Like I legit thought I was the best player on every team I played for in college. The difference is I had to find other ways to be productive to my teammates because how I knew I could play, I wasn't given the opportunity to play. And I'll just be honest, straight up, because I was lied to by some coaches. I was told I was gonna be a wing. I get to the school, I'm not a wing. Uh, I was told I was gonna be able to bring the ball up the floor, not being able to bring the ball up the floor. And any coach that's ever asked me what my biggest strength as a basketball player was, I always say the same thing. Anybody who's ever seen me play the game or watched me in person play the game, my biggest attribute was getting other people open, creating for other people. And I started to realize as I got in college, I couldn't do that. And that was my biggest strength. And I had to find different ways to be productive on the floor because you took my biggest strength away. So where do I have other strengths? One thing that I always was a rebounder. And it's not because I was a big man. I just had a knack for it. And anybody who has a knack for rebounding, you know when you're gonna get the ball, so you know when to go for it. You know where it's gonna bounce off the rim. You know when it's not gonna bounce off the rim. So you have some coaches getting mad telling you go for every rebound, but if you're a natural rebounder, uh, you know the ones you can and can't get. Some coaches will be like you ain't showing no effort. Some will be like you is showing effort, but you know, you know when you know, and that was one of my strengths. I know when I'm gonna get it, when I'm not gonna get it. When I give the effort that I know I can give because I know I can get rebounds, I can get 15 rebounds a game, 12 rebounds a game. if they bouncing how they need to bounce, and if I'm doing what I need to do. And that was one of my ways I could be productive. I wasn't much of a talker on the court because that's just not me. So I used to get in trouble a lot for not speaking. But rebounding was definitely one of my things. I took some notes from my brother because I believe one of my brother's biggest things was his help side defense. Like, if anybody knows, defense was not my strongest suit. Like, I hated defense in high school. So we used to call ourselves the Twin Towers. So I'm going on perimeter. You got a good 5, 10 seconds, if that, maybe 2 seconds with me. I'm gonna send you straight to my brother because I knew he was behind me. So I'm gonna get in the defensive stance. I'm gonna let you do your little move. After about 3 seconds, I'm sending you straight to my brother because I know we in the help. And my brother did this weird thing all the time where it used to throw people off. And I started watching him do it. Sometimes it would get him in trouble because he would give up a layup, but a lot of times it worked in his favor. So the dude would be coming down dribbling on a 2-on-1 fast break. And what my brother would do is he would jab at him real hard, like he about to close out, but then jump right back to his man. And it would throw some people off to the point where they like, oh, and then they'll throw it right to him, or they'll try to act like they're gonna throw it turnover, or he'll knock it out of bounds. And I started watching him do that, so I started doing it, and it's something that I took with me into college at times, where you bait them, and like what I mean by that is, as they're coming down, instead of like just being in the center, not knowing what you finna do, not knowing what's gonna happen, you jabbing at them, or you commit all the way, but then at the last second you bag up and go to your man, and that throw people off. And salute to my brother because I stole that from him. But I don't know why. I've never asked him why he did that or why he started doing that. But that's something that I took from him because he was so smart at it. And it helped us at times. Sometimes it didn't help us because it gave up layups, like I said. But a lot of the times it worked in our favor. And because he was so tall, he was able to jump and then get back. So salute to him because that's one of the attributes that I stole from him and I took with me into college. And it helped some of my relationships with certain teammates because I realized like the people that the people that fucked with me, uh, once I did something, they looked for me. Once I didn't do something, or if they didn't rock with me, they ain't really care. So you have to build that relationship with your team and with your teammates because me personally, I think it creates a stronger dynamic and a stronger infrastructure that can't nobody break. If you got a weak infrastructure on a team, trust me, I know like all it takes is one person to come in there and it come crumbling down. And that's some problems that I ran into, I believe, in college, where we don't have a strong infrastructure, where like so many people are just clicked up. Because I'll just be honest, you got your group of guys that like to party, like to smoke, like to drink. You got your group of guys that don't party, don't smoke or drink. You also have your group of guys that just want to be with their ladies. Ain't nothing wrong with that. They just want to be with their ladies 24/7. You got your group of guys that only want to hang out with certain people. And I think that creates tension because these guys only rock with these guys. So these guys is only going to look out for these guys. And when y'all all get together and y'all all mesh, the dudes that's in the gym 24/7 working out together, they looking at everybody else like y'all not in the gym as much as us, or at least they think that. So they only looking out for each other. These group of dudes only looking out for each other. These group of dudes only looking out for each other. So now, without it being said, it's chaos and there's so much tension because ain't nobody falling under the same umbrella. Everyone has their own umbrella, and it's just turmoil. And when the game start, you kind of see it. And I think that that is what causes a lot of infrastructures in the team to just break because ain't nobody won. And I think one of the biggest things that helped me in my college career that got me to build relationships with my teammates is, I'm not gonna call out the college, but the people who know, you know, we did a team bonding trip for like the whole entire weekend where the team packed up. It was just the team and the coaches, and the coach took us somewhere, and we literally had to do stuff with the team. Couldn't be on our phones because it wasn't no service out there. So it was literally just the team. And I'm being 100% honest. I believe if we were healthy that year, because that is the same year that I had had knick-knack injuries, other people had got hurt. Uh, it was just a lot going on that year, and I believe 100%. Had we been completely healthy and together, we would have been unstoppable because that team, like, we bonded so much. And yeah, even though there's so many different personalities on that team, there's so many characters on that team, bro, like, even at times when we got angry with each other, we knew how to snap out of it because we was one. Like, and I really believe that that bonding trip helped us because it helps some people learn people more and not to be so against hanging out with them or quick to quick to judge them. And I think that really helped. Uh, Also with coaching, it kind of helped a little bit because I'm just gonna be honest. I'm only talking about me, and I'm only talking about my experiences. But I 100% believe that coaches are too quick to judge a player and label them. They don't really get to know the player. They don't know nothing about the player. They really don't even know his game. They don't try to learn his game. They just, I think a lot of coaches just see a kid and instantly think, what can he do for me? And if they don't think that he can do that, instantly put him in a different position or instantly move him somewhere else, not realizing you hurting the kid, but at the same time, you ain't helping them and you ain't helping yourself as a coach either because you think this kid is worthless. But if you let this kid bloom, sure, this kid can be one hell of a kid for you, and the results are there. Like, I know I've seen it where coaches don't rock with a kid because they don't think he got that dog in him, or they think he this, he that. He go to another school, or the coach finally give in and see what the kid can do, and the kid ball out, kid cooking, and the coach looking stupid now because you don't wasted all these games on this kid, probably don't wasted a year or two on this kid, and this is what you had this whole entire time, and now you sitting there like, damn, what did I do? So I think a lot of coaches miss on that because they don't build them relationships. Or I also believe that a lot of coaches act like they build relationships or they want to build a relationship, but it's a facade. Like, I honestly think that I was a part of that. Coach try to get to know you, try to know a bit about your life, talk good about you. But then as soon as you do something that he may not disagree with, he may not agree with, it's he don't rock with you no more. He treating you different. He talking to you different. He moving different. You starting to beat. Next season come, he bring in another player in your position. You ain't getting as much playing time. All because of something that you did you don't even know. So I think it's definitely important to build relationships with both coach, but more so the players. Because at the end of the day, you have to have some type of relationship with your coach in order for him to play you. And I'm gonna be honest, I think that's where I fucked up a little bit. Uh, because I didn't have no relationship with any of my coaches. Like, and I'm just gonna be straight up. I had zero interest in get into in trying to get just because of how I was perceived by them. No one really took the time out to try to understand me as a player. No one really took the time out to try to understand my game. Like I remember, I'm not that well built like some of the dudes that I played with. But the one thing no one can never say that I played with was, bro, he weak as hell. I've naturally always been strong. And I think that kind of hurt me to some degree because some coaches would see how strong I was and think, you good guarding him, so we're gonna put you in this position. Like I legit remember a coach telling me straight up, like, you not that big that you don't let nobody move you. Yeah, cause I ain't no little boy out here. Like I understand that some of these dudes is big, but you ain't finna just bully me. You gonna have to work for this. And in games, same thing. You gonna have to work for this. And they always used to wonder, like, how you gonna get fouls? These dudes is twice your size. You ain't finna just move me like that. But I've always had that mindset. Like you ain't finna just move me. And I've always been naturally strong. I'm just not that big. Like, they'll just call it what it is. Like, I just ain't got that muscle like some of the muscle heads that I've played with. But all the muscles don't make you that strong, dog. Like, you gotta actually be strong as hell and have some strength in you. And I've always had that strength in me. So that kind of helped me. Uh, but I definitely would be the first to say that, like, I didn't have the relationship that I could have had with some of my coaches because I genuinely didn't think that they wanted those relationships. And when they showed like they was interested, I saw right through it because I'm the type of person you can't show me something, but then your actions say otherwise. So I paid attention to all my coaches' actions. You sitting here, you laughing, you joking with me, you telling me all this stuff, but then when it come game time, you skipping right over. You know I can be productive to the team. You know I can help the team, but you have this edge with me, and you have this. I'm not gonna say ill will, but this animosity with me because I'm low key bucking your system, and you don't like that I'm bucking your system. And it's not because I'm bucking your system because I want to do my own thing, but I've always been taught as a basketball player, if you have questions, ask the questions. And me being the type of basketball player that I am, me being smart at the game, you can't just get me to run something your way and expect me to just run it without wondering why am I doing it this way. So when I ask you, why are we running it this way? And you just tell me, because I said so. I don't agree with that. Like I'm that player that's going, bro, I don't understand. Like why? No, like coach, I need to know. But then you get told things. You ain't gonna out coach me. You ain't no better coach than me. I'm not trying to be a better coach than you. I just genuinely want to know, like that way, when we are running it, I can see all the positives that come from this. I can see other ways while we're running this to find other teammates, not just the one that I'm always constantly finding. But if you're not giving me no information on why we're running this, why this works, why this way, I'm going to question it. And I'm going to continue to question it until you tell me why. And I'll admit, like, that was some of my problems with coaches. And that's why I don't think I had them relationships with coaches because one, you didn't try to get to know me as much as I would have liked for you to try to get to know me because I honestly believe that if some of the coaches would have took their time out and did their due diligence to try to get to know me, they would have saw how productive and how more impactful I could have been to the team. Like, no lie right here. I've had teammates come straight to me and I'm not gonna say no names, but tell me straight up, are you the best player on the team? Why you ain't got the ball in your hand? You gotta talk to coach. When you got the ball in your hands, something good happens. You gotta talk to coach. Coach tripping. You gotta talk to coach. That's all I'm saying. I've never down them. I've never talked bad on the coach. I've never uh, said a coach's name. I've never like threw dirt on his name. Like I'm not even throwing dirt on their name now because I'm not gonna name drop no coach. But yeah, I've had those conversations with players. Like, are you the best player on the team, bro? Like when you got the ball in your hand, good shit happen. We scoring. Even if you went the one scoring, we scoring. We get points on the board because they so worried about you because you done hit 2 threes, you done hit 3 threes, you done hit a drive and pull up, you done got an offensive rebound. So now you the main focal point. So now when you got the ball, you finding that, bro. Like, and I'm just talking to coach. I don't know what to tell you. Talk to coach. Like, but because I didn't have those relationships built, and because I'm just gonna say I didn't make it because I made it. Coaches ain't right with me. So it was more so move on, move along, and meet me at me. All right, you just adding fuel to the fire. So when I get in, hey, it's going up. Best believe it's going up. So I can own that. I can definitely own that and say that I probably should have did a better job of building relationships with some of my coaches because it I'm not gonna say it hurt me, but it damn sure didn't help because I believe that had I built some of those relationships with some of my coaches, they would have went to bat for me a little more. Especially the assistant coaches would have went to bat for me a little more with some of the head coaches when we start the class. And like I said, I never clashed with a coach simply because I just wanted to score. Like I always clashed with a coach because I knew what I could do. I knew my game. I knew how I could be impactful. And you stripping that from me. And as you're stripping that from me, I'm in my mind and I'm in my own head telling myself, I can help this in so many ways. You just get out of your ass, get your head out of your ass, and just give me that opportunity, that chance. And some coaches just be stuck in their ways and I want to give you that chance. So I definitely would tell any kid that's about to go to college, build a relationship with all of your coaches, but build a strong relationship with your teammates first. And I say that to say this because the next topic is coaches' pets. Build a relationship with your coaches. Don't become a coach's pet. What I mean by that is, don't be that guy that runs back and tells the coach everything that's going on in the locker room. Because yes, believe it or not, I will be the first to tell you, every team that you're going to play for, whether that's the pros, whether that's college, whether that's high school, every team you're going to play for has a coach's pet. Trust me. And sometimes you might have more than one coach's pet. I know. I've been in situations where things are being said in the locker room, and as soon as the coach get in there, he repeats verbatim everything that was said in the locker room, and everyone's just looking around like, "Oh, how the hell he know?" Coach's pet, coach's pet, because a lot of them dudes think because you're the coach's pet, and sometimes it works for people, but a lot of them dudes think just because that they got the coach on their side, I'm gonna get more playing time with him, or he gonna throw me in there even though I don't even. So a lot of the times they just think that the coach will just throw them in there, and sometimes it works, man. But don't be a coach's pet, man, because none of your teammates is gonna rock with you, especially if they find out you're the coach's pet. So be mindful of that, man. Like I've had, and I'll just tell my situation that I had where it got ugly between me and the coach because whoever went back and was giving him the information that he was given, it seemed like, I don't know for this to be true, but it seemed like they wanted me out of there. Uh, I'll never forget it. So it was, I had an injury. I'm not gonna say which injury it was because can't nobody backtrack and go look to see what injury it was because I had injuries at all of the schools, so you can't go back and look. But I had an injury, and I was sitting out some games, and the games that I was sitting out, I would be encouraging. I would talk to some of my teammates. I would even text the coach. Uh, I would text him what I saw in the game and how everything was going to go, and just giving my knowledge and just trying to give positive feedback. And this is where I say a relationship is important. Uh, we had went on break. The team had went on break, and I had texted the coach before the last game about what I saw, how everything was going to be okay. We going to be good. Right before we were supposed to come back, he calls me. Well, he texted me first and was like, "You don't have to come back with the team." That's strange. So I'm like, "Why? You don't have to come back with the team." So I tell my pops. My pops calls him. Hey, why you don't want my son to come back with the team? Straight out the coach's mouth. I'm listening to the conversation. Well, with him being sidelined, what can he do for me? So now my pops is a little agitated. What you mean? What can he do for you? He can learn your system a little more. He can help the people who don't know your plays. Be a good teammate. Y'all don't need another coach on the sideline. He can't be of no assistance to me. So now my pops is really agitated. Well, don't you think you would need him there to? And once again, I don't need another coach. And then this is where it started to get ugly because then he goes, "Well, I'm just trying to help you and I'm just trying to help you and your family." Now my pops is tight. I don't need your damn help trying to help me and my family. What? So now the coach done crossed the line. He ain't stayed in your place. So fast forward, I end up not coming back with the team. Uh, I get back on campus. I'm still sidelined. Uh, we're having practice. Practice is going good. I'm sitting on the side. I'm watching the practice. I'm quiet now. Because mind you, like I said prior to that, I'm texting the coach. I'm engaged. I'm watching the games. But now you done disrespected my family. You done disrespected my pops. You done disrespected me. You didn't want me back with the team. So now I'm not gonna say much. I'm just watching. I'm just over there quiet. He calls me into his office after practice. How's it going? You good? I'm like, yeah, I'm all right. Are you sure you good? Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't got no problems, coach. What's going on? Then he just flipped. You say you good. Then what the fuck is your problem? Whoa. What you talking? Wait, hold on. Whoa. What's going on? You walk around here with this stuck up ass attitude like you just better than everybody. What? Me? Like I've never been that guy to do that. Like you like you just this nonchalant ass attitude like you just don't give a damn about nothing. The fuck is your problem? Yo, I don't even know where this is coming from. Like you sitting over there, you ain't texting about the team. I'm like, cause you literally damn near told me stop. You literally said you don't need another coach. When I was texting you, it was no responses from you. And then I'm trying to keep engaged with the stuff that's going on. You literally told my pops you don't need another coach. I let me rewind a little bit because I skipped the part where we're in the locker room and the coach asks, one of the assistant coaches asks, "What do y'all see out there?" Me being me, I was just honest. It looked like we playing a little scared out there, but we'll be all right. He gets mad. I need an answer from somebody who's actually playing in the game. My bad. My bad. I won't say nothing else. Okay, cool. So like y'all giving me all this energy, so I'm like, all right, bet I won't say nothing no more. So fast forward back to that conversation in the coach's office, he's just going in. Like, fuck is your problem? You walk around here with this attitude. I don't give a damn if you was. I don't give a damn if you this, you that. I'm like, bro, like, where are you talking? Like, where is this coming from? Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you need to fix your shit. You walk around here with your fucking headphones in, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm just getting from point A to B. Like, anybody who know me know like I'm just that dude. Like I'm quiet. I don't say nothing. Like I'm not trying to be the guy that's on campus being the loudmouth, extroverted guy. That's not me. Like I go to class. After class, I'm going to the gym. After gym, I'm going to go eat, put my headphones in. I may go back to the gym if it's not too late. But after that, I'm going to my dorm. Well, at the time I had my own stuff. So I'm I'm out of there. Like, why do you want me to be this big extroverted guy on campus and that's not me? Like, I just wanna I just wanna hoop. I just wanna go to the gym, mind my business, get from point A to point B. I'm not that the guy that's gonna like no, bro. That guy gets in trouble sometimes, especially if he's with the wrong people. I'm not trying to be that guy. I done been through too much to be that guy. And you would know that as a coach if you got to know your player. But he's just going on and on and on, like just dogging me. And I'm like, where is this coming from? So I don't say nothing. I just let him talk, let him keep dogging me, let him tell me that I ain't this, I ain't that, and just keep going. So we leave. I leave. I don't say nothing to him. I don't say nothing to the other coaches. Um, we have a game. Game, we lose. After the game, I don't say nothing. Now, this is where I'm gonna pause. Anybody who's ever known me know when we get in the locker room, first thing that come out my mouth was, "Hey man, it's 0-0." Especially if we was at halftime. Hey, it's 0-0. We still got a game to play. We straight. And let's just go out there and play our game, man. Like we gonna be all right. We good. That's me. I ain't saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing bad about the assistant coaches. I ain't saying nothing bad about the play caller. Hey man, y'all just gotta play our game, bro. We straight. It's 0-0. If you see something, do it. Like if you think you can do something this way, go ahead and do what you gotta do. Like, come on, bro. We good. Have another meeting. And this time the meeting was bad. Well, that last meet was bad, but this time it's even more bad because now I get called something that I've never heard in my life before. Uh, I go in there, all the assistant coaches in there again. What's going on, coach? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? All the coaches laid back. Uh, I'm like, what's up? He goes, who the fuck do you think you are? Trying to get my team to turn against me. I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? I know everything. You sit up here and you go in there and you talk your shit and you trying to get them to turn against me. I'm like, yo, I don't know what you talking about. And he kept talking and then he was like, you fucking locker room lawyer. I was like, what? What is that? So one of the assistant coaches had to like break it down to me. And basically what a locker room lawyer is someone who's in the locker room telling everybody, man, fuck the coach. Fuck what he talking about, man. Do y'all own shit. Like he call a play, fuck that play. Run another play. I'm like, I've never done that. Like I've never just said, man, F what coach talking about, man. He don't know how to coach. I ain't never did that with this team. Like every time something happened, my bad battery about to die. Every time something happened, I'm the first one to say, hey, we gonna be good, bro. Like it's 0-0 on the clock. We straight. We good. Whoever went and told this coach all this stuff, I'm sitting there like, yo, like they really don't want me on the team because I ain't like I ain't never done that. And then now I'm thinking like, I know you haven't talked to nobody on the team, because if you would talk to the players, they would tell you like, nah, JV ain't done that. Like JV, he coming in here when we got our heads down, when we pissed off. He the one saying, "Hey, we good. It's 0-0." So now I know for sure, like, you just don't rock with me because, and you want me out of here. That's what I'm thinking, because it's like, where is you getting all this misinformation from? Come to find out, the years later, Coach's pet. I ain't gonna say the dude name, but Coach's pet. He would go back, tell the coach little things here and there, twist up some of the stuff that I would say. Now it looked like JV going against the coach. JV want the team going against the coach. When all the coach had to do was just ask the players. And they would have told you straight up, JV ain't never been that guy. JV the one coming in here saying it's 0-0. Score is 0-0, y'all, we straight. Which any player should do. That's the first thing that I was taught at halftime. Whether you winning or whether you losing. If you winning, hey, don't let up. That score is 0-0, because they can always come back. If you losing, hey, keep y'all heads up. The score is 0-0. We gonna be straight. That's just common sense from a basketball player who trying to rile his team up to make sure they either keep the lead or to make sure they fight back to get the lead. So I'm like, when he called me a locker room lawyer and the assistant coach broke it down to me, I was like, yeah, you definitely have the wrong idea of who I am, not only as a person, but as a basketball player, because I would never do nothing like that. Like, I'm not trying to turn this whole team against you. Like, do me and you disagree on a lot of things? Yes. But the one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to try to turn the whole team against you and basically make them say, forget you and forget the whole coaching staff. We going to do our own thing. You really think I got that much power? If I did, you really think I would be in the position I am? That I'm in? If I had that much power to turn a whole team against you as the head coach, do you really think I would be in the position I'm in? Do you really think I would have let you talk to me how you talk to me? If I had that much power as a player, do you really think, no, I would have got you out of here if I had that much power? Like, think about it. If a player has that much power to where he could turn a whole team against his coach, and the president of the organization who comes to the games can see, don't you think that coach would have been gone long before? So, like, I'm just sitting in the chair like, yo, like, where is you getting this information from? Because I'm like, but I took it on the chin. And that's one thing I've always done. Like, if anybody who know me, like, I take everything on the chin. Like, after a while, I'll just go quiet. I won't say nothing. I won't fight back. Like, and that's not me proving that you're right, because that's the comment he made. He was like, I've been doing this for such and such years. I've never been wrong. And I ain't wrong now. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, you definitely wrong. But I've learned a long time ago, when you dealing with people that's like that, you just let them talk. Because trying to fight it, you look dumb and stupid trying to fight it. So just let them talk. Let them talk. Let them get their frustrations out so you can exit quickly. And that's what I did. Because the one thing that I don't like doing is I don't like going back and forth over situations that I think is stupid and dumb. So I'll let you talk just to get your frustrations out. And then as soon as you're done, I'm up and I'm gone. I'm not going to continue conversation with you because it's pointless. You ain't trying to hear me, and you got the wrong impression of me, so I ain't trying to hear you now, because I came in here giving you respect and you disrespecting me. So now anything you say after that is falling on deaf ears, because I don't want to hear it. Because you didn't try to get to know me. You never tried to get to know me as a player. You disrespected my family. You disrespected me, so why would I give you that respect? So, ain't no hard feelings, ain't no ill intent, ain't no ill will, but I know how to move accordingly to when you're around me. And that's what I started doing. Anytime you came around, I know how to move accordingly. Anytime you tried to be buddy buddy, ain't none of that. Because I know how you see me. I know how you look at me now. So don't put on this fake facade when the team is around, but behind closed doors, you did what you did to me. And every coach that was in there know what you did to me. And it's cool. I don't have no ill feelings. I don't have no ill will towards you or any of them coaches. I just know when y'all come around me and we're in this vicinity together, I know how I need to operate. I know how I need to move. And I'll say again, some of that, it hurt me because some of that was fuel to the fire where it was just like, all right, it's up. When I get in the game, when I get back healthy, when I get right, ain't nothing you could tell me. And I can own it. So whether I get in this game and as soon as I touch it, it's going up, if you take me out, you got to put me back in. Somebody going to get tired. Somebody going to get tired. And when I get back in this game, I'm firing it up again. Somebody got to get tired. And if you keep them in the game while they tired, you look dumb like the coach. You look dumb as a coach. You see they tired, but you don't want to put me in, so you keep playing them. Now the league done jumped up to 15, 20 points, and we losing. And I'm sitting back laughing at your stupid self. But you don't get to dog me how you dog me. But then when we around a team, you act like this saint of a coach. Like, nah, dog. Ain't no hard feelings, but I know how to move to you. And that's why I say you gotta watch out for coaches' pets because every team has one. If you think you don't have a coach, if you think your team doesn't have a coach's pet, you definitely do. And it could be the person that's closest to you. Prime example. Some coaches, I ain't gonna say all because I don't know all. Some coaches will go out of their way and pick people on the team that think that they could get to come back and tell them everything. I know. I was in the conversation. They didn't ask me, but the person that they asked came back and told us. And that's why you build relationships with your teammates. Person that they asked came back and told the team, yeah, man, they had 3 of us in there. And they wanted us to tell them everything that was going on with the team, when the team was going to do something, how they was going to do it, and how they was going to let it happen. So if you wonder why some of your coaches is up to date on some of the things that y'all got going on or that y'all got planned, it's because somebody in that locker room going back and telling. So you got to be mindful of that. Be mindful of them coaches' pets, man. Build those relationships with your teammates. Make sure that they strong. Make sure that that foundation and the infrastructure of your team with your teammates is strong because you ain't nothing without your teammates. Build a relationship with your coaches and try to get it to where it's even keel amongst the coaches to where you ain't the bad guy, they ain't the bad guy, but they rock with you, you rock with them. But most importantly, build that relationship with your teammates first. Make sure that that's strong first. And last and not least, I'll say watch out for coaches' pets because them coaches' pets on them teams, they can be detrimental. They can hurt your team more than help. And that's all I'm gonna say for this episode. I'm about to wrap it up because I'm hungry now. So that's the end of this last episode, man. I just want to give y'all a shout out. Man, I'm sorry that the episode is gonna be a little choppy because my slow self, I just got this, had my finger over this, causing the noise to be what it was. So this video gonna be choppy. But hey, you live and you learn. But hey, man, I'm glad y'all tuned in. I don't have no questions for y'all today. Hopefully, I have some questions for y'all in the next episode. But I'm glad y'all tuned in, man. Life Lessons Podcast. Hey, man, it's your boy Hota. I'm out, man. Peace.